Hi, and welcome to the Medium channel where we bring you the spirituality behind the message. And if you're joining us live, great. If not, welcome joining us as a video. So today what I wanted to do is to get into a few breathing techniques that Spirit has been showing me. It's actually, not brand new. I've been doing these for a while, but they've sort of modified it and wanted me to share this with you, because in today's world, with the energy that's going on, with the ascension, and with everything that's going on in the world around us and in the news and everything, that we just need a practice. We need some kind of a practice to help us withstand the pressures of, firstly, the ascension, because the energies keep increasing, which means more energies are flowing through our bodies, and our bodies need to be able to keep up with it. And we need to be able to clear any energy cogs or blockages that we may have from whatever our programming, social conditioning, suppressed traumas, life, whatever it is. And uh and these breathing exercises are actually going to help to create space in the body to allow energy to flow smoothly through the body, rather than getting trapped in different parts of the body. And when that happens, we're said to have things like ascension symptoms, which could be emotional or physical in nature. So Spirit really gave these to me for these times. Now, if you have a breath practice, a yoga practice, something that you're doing already to help to clear and move energy, great. If you don't have a practice, I'm going to actually give you some suggestions that you can do right now. So let me see, how should we start? I wrote a few notes down. All right, we as well. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that also with the trends in society. There's a lot of measures that are trying to keep people under control, and we all know what's going on. I'm not going to go too much into detail. By the way, at the top of the comments for the live people, I have the December Ascension updates that I did in the beginning of the month. I'm not going to redo those now, but a lot of these have really been starting, have really already come true. So you can check that out. So yeah, we tend to be subjected to a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of panic, a lot of mixed emotions. There's definitely a divide and conquer agenda that's going on. And again, I'll talk more about this on the Spirit Mind family, on my membership program on Patreon, um, either this week or next week. But the long and the short of it is that we're getting bombarded with so much energy and so much intense power to try to control people and to fulfill a certain agenda in the society. Meanwhile, the energies keep increasing. We're awakening, and as we awaken, we're working with more and more energies. And again, the body, the emotional body, the mental bodies, like our spiritual systems and our physical systems, need to strengthen, need to evolve, need to clear. So that's basically what we are doing now. So the first thing I talk about, excuse me. So I talk about the I talk about that in other videos and other lives. Do 3 to maybe 11 ohms, as a way to start. When we do our ohms, it's more like an ohm. It's a long, maybe 15 seconds. The final maybe about 5 seconds, and you just allow the energy to start, rise up through the base of your spine, up your center line, and then out your head. So it's like, oh, I'm abbreviating it, but as I'm doing my ohm, the energy spiraling upwards, and it's actually clearing energy and clearing the pathways. The idea for ascension and for this to work out for us is for energy to flow smoothly and clearly, unobstructed. and our emotions, as well as just not being in good shape, or having suppressed energy, traumas from the past, ancestral pain, and all that stuff can cause cogs in the body. And as the energy increases, that gets increasingly uncomfortable, and it can actually lead to illness. We don't want that. We want to evolve gracefully. We are the way showers, we're the teachers. We need to be strong and healthy. So start out with a little bit of alms, and yeah, and it's good to do some stretching. I stretch twice a day usually, some light stretching. There's a one exercise. Well, there's a few, but doing life nerve stretches where you just kind of extend your legs. Now, let me see. This is going to be tricky. Let me see if I can adjust my camera. And yeah, so here's basically my life nerve stretch. Where I bring my arms up, and then if you can bring your hands to your toes, and pull your toes in, and then pull your head down. So that's the light nerve stretch. And then you get a nice stretch to the back of your leg and your spine, and then of course do it on the other side also. So there's just one example of a little warm up. Now another one is cat cow. So you can do this, like, let me adjust my camera here. There we go. So inhale and exhale, inhale, exhale, and then you can do a modified version standing up. So hopefully you guys aren't getting dizzy. So I'm kind of standing up, and doing the same thing. Inhale, then exhale. Inhale, then exhale. The idea with those, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. The idea with those is to get energy and fluids moving through the spine, and there's other ways of doing that. So, and another fun little thing to do is hip rotations. You're kind of just going, so doing one of these and then doing the other way. So this is just kind of loosening up the body. And now, before we go any further, modify things according to your body. Some people have physical restrictions, so you want to modify them. Then the next thing is just simple arm rotations. And let me see. So I will yell so the micro picks me up, hopefully. So it's just, arm rotation, just that, and then reverse. However, as I'm bringing my arms up, I'm inhaling, and I'm expanding the body, and then I'm contracting the body to bring down. Inhale, expanding, exhale, contracting. Then I can do the other way. Inhale, expanding, exhale, contracting. Inhale, expanding, exhale, contracting. And then I'll just kind of do like this, maybe for a minute or two, maybe 30 seconds, and then switch to the other direction. And that's, again, if you don't have your own practice, that makes for a good warm up. So the so we have actually three separate breathing techniques that they wanted me to show you. That's just the warm up part. So oming, you're doing a little light nerve stretch, a little bit of cat cow to get the energy moving, the spinal fluids moving, and all this. The principle is expansion, contraction. When we expand in all of these exercises, we want to literally feel like we're pulling our joints apart, we're pulling our bones apart, we're pulling our organs, we're stretching it, we're literally pulling our cells apart, our atoms and molecules apart, and creating more space in between them. And then spiritual energy can flow through our bodies. Our bodies are 99.99% empty space. That empty space is energy. So that's the principle behind this. So these exercises, they can be done sitting down. Some people can't have trouble walking, have hip issues, knee issues, are in wheelchairs or whatever. They can be done standing up, and it's very, very simple. So I'm going to stand back again, and I know this is like exercise class this morning, right? Like Jacqueline Lane. So I'm actually kneeling, although if I stand up, if I go really far back to my wall, you can kind of see me. But I want to kind of you to see what my arms are doing. So when we inhale, we expand, like our lungs expand, our energy fields expand. We draw energy in from the universe as we expand. When we exhale, our bodies contract, and we send energy out on the exhale also. So as our bodies are contracting, the energy is going out. So we're creating waves of energies as we do this, and that's the whole key. So what I do for the first one, I inhale, and as I'm inhaling, I'm bringing my arms up to position here, and then bringing them all the way up over my head. But I'm expanding my body. So, in other words, and I'm standing back so you can see me. So, as I inhale, as I start my inhale, I feel the, how can I explain this? um, I feel like I'm stretching internally the whole my starting from my feet and my ankles. It's almost like I'm pulling upward and stretching the bones and stretching the joints. And as I continue to inhale, I send a wave of stretching upwards through my legs, up through my hips, through my torso, and then I bring my arms up, and then I'm stretching up from my top of my head, and my hands look kind of like this, and then my arms are stretching up, so it's almost like I'm stretching from the bottom to the top. So it's like I'm pulling up from the bottom to the top. Now the shoulders don't go up; the shoulders stay down. So we want the shoulders down and relaxed. So wonder all right. So as I'm inhaling, I'm pulling up, 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 then exhaling down. So as I go down, I start to contract or allow the space that I've created, starting with my hands, to start to contract and relax to normal, and sending the weight back down to this. Now, the interesting thing about this one is if you do this correctly and you come up, what happens when I do this, and I do this the correct way, so I'm inhaling and I'm kind of pulling up, creating space in my legs and my hips, then in my torso, then finally up my arms. And once I stretch my hands and fingers, I automatically go onto my tippy toes, like the energy pulls me up and then back down. So down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, stretching from the bottom to the top, exhale down, pulling apart. All the cells are pulling apart. And by doing this, you're creating space that energy can flow smoothly through you. And you start to clear physical toxins. You start to feel clear energetic toxins. You start to clear emotional toxins. The second one is I start with my hands here. And as I inhale, stand back. As I inhale, I bring the hands out and palms facing out. And then as I exhale, I bring them back here. So what's happening here is as I inhale, I draw the energy through my root and I expand it in my sacrum, my dantian, or the second chakra, and then bring the energy to my heart. And as I'm inhaling, I feel like I'm actually splitting my body. Was that the right word? Yeah, splitting my body and expanding it outwards. So it's almost like I'm sending away where my body and my cells are expanding and elongating outwards from the center line. Then as I exhale, I bring them back. So I inhale, and I stretch. So again, it's sort of like I'm sending a wave out as I inhale. I'm starting from my center line, and it's almost like I'm stretching out, like into infinity, like I'm stretching my body out to the walls from the inside out, and then stretching the arms, starting with the shoulder, and then feeling that wave of stretch going down my arm. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So I'd say to do these breaths like 3 to 11 times. You don't have to do it terribly long. 2 or 3 times a day is good. It's a good morning routine. Now the third one is it's kind of like the first one, but I'm going to start here. And as I inhale again, I'm feeling my feet and my ankles stretching and stretching upwards through my shins, calves, knees, creating more space as I'm stretching up, stretching up, stretching up. And as I'm doing that, I'm bringing my hands diagonally up. So, and again, keeping my shoulders down, bringing my arms diagonally up as I stretch up, 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 up. And then my shoulders to my upper arms, elbows, wrists, all the way to my hands and fingers, stretching out as much as possible. Now, put about 2/3 to 3/4 effort into this. Like, in other words, don't stretch so much that you hurt yourself. So, it should be somewhat relaxed. And then as I exhale on this, I start with my fingers and I feel what I've stretched out, the cells that are stretched coming back into their condensing them back. So it's almost like I'm condensing from my fingers down through my arms, down through my torso. And then as I inhale, I'm expanding and stretching from bottom all the way up my center line, up to my shoulders, feeling my head and neck and scalp, as well as my arms stretching up, up, up as much as they can go. Then exhaling and relaxing. So that's basically it. This is going to take some practice to get used to it, but you want to get the sensation of, with these stretches, of that and these breathing exercises of coordinating the stretching with the breath, and on the inhale separating from the bottom to the top, or in the second one from the inside to the out, stretching outwards, um, and pulling apart and creating that wave, and then exhaling, then contracting back. And once you're done with this, the next part is to, it's just put your hands like this. I've shown this before. Um, yeah, how you can do this. And you can even rub your palms if you want, also, to get the energy flowing. But after you do this, you put your hands here and feel the energies. Like when I do this, it almost feels like magnets pushing apart. Like when you have the same pole of a magnet and it kind of pushes apart. The more I get, the more I feel, and you want to start to feel those energy flows, and then and see how far it can go. Like I can feel it all the way out to right about here. I'm basically my arms are stretched all the way out. You can't really see on camera. So, and then once you do that, create little balls. So you can kind of make little energy balls like that. And when you're doing that, you can sort of feel the energies like in between your hand as you're doing that. So, experiment. But the idea is, once you're done with that, to feel the energies. And then the next thing you can do is you can project. So once you feel, you can actually, with your breath, so I inhale, I expand, but as I exhale and I contract, I send the energy out. See? So I can do that. Or when you do these energy balls, you can place them in your heart. So we talk a lot about heart coherence, heart brain coherence, as a really old ancient practice that's a new practice because of the science that's been discovered about the heart and the magnetic resonance of the heart, and the fact that the heart in elevated emotion vibrates at the same frequency as the quantum field, which basically science is proving that God really is love, in other words. Um, but that's basically it. And I've been doing energy work. I had my awakening over 40 years ago. So, by doing things like this in yoga and increasing my energy flows and clearing my vehicle. So this is going to clear your vehicle of unwanted blockages, unwanted debris, your programming and all that stuff. And with the smooth flow of energy, it nurtures your body so that as the energies keep increasing, you keep ascending, that the development of the cells, the nervous system, and the physical body is happening smoothly, because the upgrades are necessary to handle higher and higher frequencies of energy. And this will really help. We're in the crunch time of the ascension and the awakening. We really just got into it. And so that's basically this. And by working with energy, like when I do my energy transmissions, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm allowing the energies to flow through me. And as I'm leading the meditations, I can affect your energy fields also. So when I do the channeling, that's basically what I'm doing. And spirit will work with anybody that has the ability to do this. So if you ever wanted to do energy channeling yourselves, you could learn how to do it. It's not like something that only I or a few people can do. It really comes from training and learning how to move energy through and around your body. So anyhow, that's basically what I have for you this morning. Like I said, at the top of the live stream, and I'll pin it also to the comments. Yeah, I'll put the December Ascension updates for you. And on Saturday, on the full moon, we're going to do another energy transmission. It's going to be an archangel activation. On Sunday night, we're going to do mediumship on the channel. Then Tuesday on the 21st at 6:30, not 7, but at 6:30, I'm going to do the third transmission for this 1212 to 1221 portal on 1221. So we did the 1212 one on 1212, obviously. That's up on the channel also. And these are channelings. We do light language, light code activations to assist you and to help you to turn your light codes on to increase your threshold of energy so that you may come into your next level of awakening. We're in the portals now, in the darkest time of the year. So it's a really good time to do that. So I have that up on the channel, in the thumbnail that says Ascension Updates. So thank you, everybody. And see you next time. See you in the next video. Namaste and aloha. I love you.